Greetings, greetings, greetings. My name is Michael Chikwililwa of the clan Mulungu Munsanje. And I am so honored to be presenting to you today about how to design better presentations. Maybe you're the kind of person who has to deliver presentations on a regular basis. You have a lot of information, statistics, facts, figures that you have to put in there, and you're still a bit, you don't have the kind of confidence that you need to be able to say that your presentations are captivating. So, what exactly are we going to do to remedy this situation? The first thing we need to do is we need to change our mindset. From today, I want you to start thinking of your presentations as a meal that you are presenting to your audience. And remember that the more aromatic, the tastier, the better looking your food is, the more your audience is going to remember it. And so, therefore, if you are the kind of person who wants to try and add a bit of spice, color, and some aromatics to your presentation, then please stay tuned because I believe I have some valuable information to share with you that will help bump up the power of your presentations. My name is Michael Chikwililwa, and I am a business optimization consultant. Together, let us be better so that we can do better. Thank you so much for still sticking around, for still being here. When it comes to the issue of designing better presentations, right? I want you to realize that the tips that I'm going to share with you today are platform independent, meaning that it doesn't matter whether you use PowerPoint or Keynote. These same skills can be, these same tips can be applied universally to all of them. The essence of what I want to try and teach you today is this: that great design leads to captivated audiences. This is very important. And in trying to bring about this point, we are going to look at three basic topics. So the first point that we're going to look at is that a picture speaks 1,000 words. The second thing we're going to look at is how people will either read or listen to you, but they won't do both. And last but not least, became a big tongue twister there. We're going to take a look at the 3-second rule. So without further ado, let's dive right on in. So first and foremost, when we look at the element or the aspect of pictures, right? Pictures are like music. The moment you see a captivating picture or listen to a specific song, whether you like it or not, it has the power to influence your feelings or your emotions. And that's one of the most powerful things about photos or pictures. Pictures, if you will, feed into the whole aspect or element of the type of food that your brain loves to eat, the type of food that your brain enjoys. Believe it or not, the food of your brain is none other than imagination and association. And pictures fit right into this. And the reason that pictures are so effective as well is because of emotions. The right kind of picture can evoke the correct type of emotion that's going to make your presentation more memorable, because emotions are glue for memory. Therefore, pictures are of the utmost importance. And this leads us to our first tip, which is none other than the fact that a picture speaks 1,000 words. So whenever you're trying to make a specific point in your presentation, always ask yourself the following question: will I be able to express this idea with a picture? And if the answer is yes, then rather use the picture instead of using the words. Let's jump into our second tip. One of the biggest, most heinous crimes that I see people committing with their presentations is similar to what we have right here, having a lot of text and a lot of bullet points. And the presenter will stand there delivering this presentation, and they will read line for line, and the audience becomes bored and they start falling asleep. So what can we do to remedy the situation? Well, here are a few tips I'd like to share with you. Number one, keep it short. Do not have more than 5 bullet points on each slide, okay? If push comes to shove, maybe maximum 7, but try to keep your bullet points to 5 or less. The second tip is this: try and avoid having more than 7 words per bullet point. Now, please note these are just guidelines, so nobody's going to bite your head off if 1 or 2 of your bullet points have 10 or more words, but 7 or less is what you would prefer. And last but not least, never present all of your bullet points all at once. So just to quickly go back and demonstrate, when you want to make your first point, bring it up, speak to it. Next point, bring it up, speak to it, and so on and so forth. If you present all of your points at once, all at one go, your audience is going to start trying to read ahead. And if they start doing that, they're not going to pay attention to what it is that you have to say. The next point that I'd like to share with you deals with presentation notes. Another big mistake that many people make is that they hand out their presentation notes before they begin presenting. This is a big no-no. Only hand out your presentation notes at the end once you are done with your presentation. And the reason for this is fairly simple. People are going to start going through your presentation notes instead of listening to you while you're speaking. And this is something you don't want. So keep the presentation notes to be, for the end of your presentation. And that brings us to our second tip of today, which is none other than the fact that people will either read or listen to you, but they won't do both. So let's quickly jump into our third and final tip that I'd like to share with you guys today. And this deals with the manner in which we present graphs and statistics. I have seen many presentations where you have lots of tables, lots of graphs, lots of statistics, and the audience doesn't know what's going on. They can't make heads or tails of what the information is that they're looking at. Simplicity is always the key. Now, this is quite a deep topic to get into. So if you guys would like me to present more specifically on this, let me know in the comments below, and I'll create a series of presentations where I'll dive into this in that greater depth. However, for now, what I want you to realize is the following. Try and keep your graphs as simple as possible, and never have more than 1 or 2 graphs per slide, okay? But you're going to say to me, but Michael, no man, I have people that want to see the facts, the figures, and the statistics. What do I do in that case? Well, for such a situation, you are going to have a presentation behind the presentation. So after you've stood there, you've presented, and when people think that you are done, what they won't know is that you still have more slides in your presentation. And these slides are going to have all of the tables, all of the facts, and all of the statistics. And these slides are going to be the slides that come after your slide that either says thank you for listening, the end, or it might even say questions and answer. That's okay? And so when people have their questions, you just continue with your presentation, and that's where you can dive a whole lot deeper. But the place for that information is not during the main body of your presentation. Your audience will love you for it. And that brings us to our third tip, which is the 3-second rule, which simply says that people should understand your slide within 3 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, today we looked at how great design leads to captivated audiences. And within this, we looked at 3 elements. Number 1, that a picture speaks 1,000 words. Number 2, that people will read or listen to you, but they won't do both. And finally, number 3, which is the 3-second rule. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you'll be able to apply these tips that I've given to you and this information that I've shared with you immediately, and that it's going to help you design better presentations. And I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.